Alright everybody, welcome to another Tooth and Tail pre-season stream. So tonight we have two series that I'll cast. We are going to start with Delphius versus Darius Hart, and then we're going to jump into Tiki Gray versus Erlul. Those are very, very promising games. I am very excited to see what will come out of these games. These are very high level players. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some high quality matches here. So I am a little quiet, never mind. I can do this. Is it better? It's been a while since I last streamed something, so I don't know if everything will work out just out of the bat. But okay, great. So looks like my microphone is a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get started to games number 1. Delphius versus Darius Hart. And go. Alright, Delphius playing, of course, his Hopper, starting on the top side of the map, and here at the left side we have Darius Hart. Darius Hart, man, I'm very excited to see this player coming back. For those of you who don't know, he played Tooth and Tail a while back. I believe I played against him in one of the first tournaments after the game launched or something like that. So it's very exciting to see this player coming back. And Darius Hart's a solid player, man. So is Delphius. So these are promising matches. Alright. Delphius with kind of his signature fox here. Bringing the Squirrel Toad. Also Squirrel Toad for Darius Hart. So this is going to be a very interesting map. Main differences here is that Darius is not running any tier 3, he's just running a triple tier 2, which is very common these days. So let's see what's going to come out of this match. No early game aggression here, both players just doing their 8 farms and looking to scout, getting their first warrants, and then we're going to see how the game progresses. And look at the map, man. Darius Hart is kind of alone here in this position. If he wants to expand, it's kind of far away, while Delphius has all the mills in the world for himself. But, you know, in Tooth and Tail, it doesn't mean everything, right? You can always play the map, and that's the game. So, both players running 6 squirrels. Delphius decides not to expand yet. He does know about it, and there we go. Responds to his own expansion. He's gonna go for another Warren probably right here. He's gonna wait maybe for his tier 2. And meanwhile, Darius Hart just expanding and getting a little bit defensive here. He's gonna go greedier with the farms. 3 farms, wow. Delphius is gonna scout that. He's gonna see, okay, they're being greedy. I'll see he's gonna respond. Am I trying for a little bit of aggression here? Maybe trying to keep Delphius on his toes? But yeah, Delphius needs to respond. There you go. Getting more units. He knows that Darius Hart is eventually going to get a little bit ahead with this triple farm here. And finally starts putting down some farms of his own. And more turrets coming down on Darius Hart's side. Delphius getting a nice deep scout here, making sure there's no tier 3s coming out. Darius tried a little bit of aggression here, but I think it was just a little bit of a poke. No help nor foul here. So let's see how this is gonna go. And Delphius now has 2 camps. Let's see if he's gonna try to do some sneaky plays with those camps. Alright, saturating a little bit this side of the map here with some farms. He's gonna go away from these turrets, and Darius is trying to contain Delphius here with a bunch of turrets. But the thing is, Delphius could just run around and kind of go this way. It's a little bit awkward. There's a lot of cliffs, but at least it's not completely in the way of those turrets. Oh my god, what is happening? Delphius is gonna get caught. Oh my god, he's gonna take the engagement, but I think it's gonna come better because he has the cams. And Darius's heart, oh my god. His arm is caught in the field. Alright, so this trade I think was a little bit in favor of Delphius. And keep in mind, Darius Hart has 4 MGs here. It's a lot of food invested for these defenses. Which is really interesting because none of these players are going either super aggressive or going for tier 3s. You're just trying to poke and attack each other, making sure that where this containment is gonna go. Alright, Darius Hart with 18 squirrels, and he's gonna poke all the units he can because Delphia's commander just died. That turret's gonna make it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. There you go. Alright, so the wall of turrets. Nobody will get through. Oh man, this game is getting closer and closer to a death ball. Alright, Darius Hart finally getting all his 8 farms on his second mill. And Delphius has a Fox on the way. It's probably less than 30 seconds away from being done. This is already a very interesting game, and Darius here going for his 3rd base. Trying to poke with the snakes, maybe take down. Yeah, this turret is dead. But it's okay, because the Fox is almost here, and let's see how this is gonna play out. He will be able to poke with the Fox a little bit, but the problem is those turrets, right? So how do you poke with the Fox and the turrets? It's gonna be a little bit tricky. Here you go. There's Kasha. Let's see how this is gonna play out. There you go. Moving away from the turrets. The problem is he's in the low ground. Alright, so... yeah, this is Delphia's vision, right? It's a little bit tricky for him to get into this high ground. There's not a lot to be done here. Man, 3rd base. Getting very greedy with those farms on Darius' side hard. Meanwhile, this Fox needs to get some value here, but the problem is that the map layout is not very favorable. Those turrets are in the way. So what is the answer here? Just try to saturate more farms, get more economy, get more units, and then go for a big engagement, I guess. Which will probably happen soon, so here we go. Coach clear those turrets out of the way. Fox is in the back, trying to do as much damage as he can, but the cams are doing a lot of work. And both armies retreat. It looks like... I don't know who took a better turn here, but the thing is, Darius Hart has the better economy, right? So he has his mill right here, which has more farms. But the game is not over yet. He can go either way. Alright, now Delphius has those falcons. It's gonna help with vision, so he can probably poke with Kasha. He's gonna get this turret out of the way. There you go. Let's see, this is Delphius' vision. What do you do in this situation? Well, fully saturated farms here. Is Darius gonna get this mill? Not now. Delphius going more and more. Falcons, so the toads are gonna explode, but they only get 1 turret. That's what I saw. So it's not a very good trade here. There's the engagement, he's gonna pull out. He has the turrets now to back him off. Turrets are doing a lot of work actually. Kasha in the back, making sure that those units are not gonna get through. But it looks like he's gonna be able to do it. Nice shot on that. Yeah, both skunks get picked off by Kasha, which is really nice. So Darius was able to break through the defenses. But Delphius hold. It's holding just fine. The problem is the economy. So he has a fully saturated meal here, which is really nice for Darius Hart. Delphius is a little bit behind on economy, so he needs to do something. He needs to start selling off some stuff. Darius also have some units that are supply blocked. You can see like 4 chameleons that are not being produced due to their phone now. But still, even though Delphius has the tier 3, right? So it's a really nice backup for those team fights. And Delphius running 12 toads. He just wants to explode everything. So he needs to get good connections. The problem is when you're running toads and you're going for a team fight, you know that, okay, these are units that will die for sure. Those are, you know, money that I know that I'm going to lose. So I better spend them right. Okay. Containment still happening a little bit. Now Delphius has this mill finally saturated. Darius going for his 4th mill. What a first game, man. You rarely see those kinds of games where you go 3 mills or 4 mills. And it's happening right here in game 1. That's really cool. Alright. Delphius is relying on his toad ball. He did sell a couple of falcons back then just to get some more units produced. Oh, these toads are gonna get picked off, aren't they? One is gonna die, but it's not a big deal. Alright, Darius is not getting that mill for himself, but I think he's gonna maybe put farms on this one. I don't see that thing happening anytime soon. Trying to clear that mill, not mill, sorry, turret out of the high ground, which can be pretty annoying. Alright, so we might see another engagement here. But his smartly pull back. But he needs to continue poking. Look at this turret field here. There's so many turrets. But the thing is, he can afford it, right? He has all the mills. He can saturate more farms here. He can just leave these turrets here, and it's going to be very hard to break through. So, Delphius is coming in with the falcon. Nice, getting that turret out of the high ground. Getting more farms, and the game's still going. Alright, turrets coming back. Pick off a squirrel with Akasha. Hey, Tari's in the chat. Hey, no spoilers here, man. Nobody have seen these games. But this is one hell of a first game, man. And this is really cool. Like, he has all these turrets. Oh, never mind. We're gonna see some snake aggression. Get the farm. The toads explode on all those cans. And it looks like Darius Hart takes the first game. I guess you're right. Alright, let's put a score here. And let's jump into game number 2. Alright. Now, on the bottom side of the map, we have Delphius and Darius Hart switching the commander. Spawning on the right side. Maybe Vilified wasn't the best choice for him, which I will disagree. But anyway, this is a slightly more normal map in relation to the previous one. So let's see how this is gonna go. Darius Hart running pretty much the same deck and going for an early Warren here. Is Delphius gonna scout this? Yeah, he knows about it. He responds with his own Warren, so I don't think anything will come out of this. But hey. I don't know what happened to Tuesday, but alright. Pretty standard early game, aside from that early Warren. Which, you know, if it's not scouted right away, can maybe give you a big pick off, which is nice. So the thing is, if Delphius wants to attack, right, if he wants to go to the enemy base, he needs to attack into the high ground, which is very annoying. But I think same thing is true for Darius Hart. So we'll see how this is going to go. Alright, so both bases in a high ground, and then there's this low ground here, and then you get a high ground again. But Delphius has the Falcons, which will help a lot. Alright man, enjoy your Taco Bell. I'm also hungry, but, you know, who needs food? Alright, so Delphius gets his first farm here. Darius still just on his units, gets a farm. Questionable position, but sure. This is just teasing it at this point. Alright, there you go. And another thing that I didn't mention, Delphius changed his deck, so he's running the ferrets now. So this is a more Delphius deck, right? He likes to run the Kasha with the ferrets so he can poke. And then if you try to kill the ferrets, you have Kasha behind it, so it can be pretty annoying to deal with. And there's one snake and a mission. Is he gonna get a Warren? Probably will. Okay, 2 tags, 3 tags, that's enough. And the Warren is dead. Oh, Delphius is gonna attack into the high ground, but the snakes are gonna be there. Oh, the chameleon just died immediately. It's very unfortunate. He doesn't manage to get that snake survive with 2 HP. And Darius Hart's army gets the better outcome. Okay, so Darius Hart getting more units, getting more farms. Delphius doing the same thing. The first engagement didn't go well for Delphius, but the game is far from over. Now Darius getting his 3rd tier 2 Warren here, so he has 1 of each. 1 Skunk Warren, 1 Chameleon Warren, and a Snake Warren. Getting a nice scout here, making sure there's nothing shady going on. And Delphius! Wow, just selling that Warren, getting all the farms in the world. I mean, you gotta make things happen, right? So that's one of the nice plays that I like see happening. So your opponent just scouted, he kind of knows what's happening, and then you boom, you change everything that he knows. Alright, Delphius now getting some Falcons. Ooh, and Darius Hart getting that MG on this high ground, which was pretty much built for that. Look at that position, really nice. And it looks like he's gonna go in. He's gonna try to poke with the snakes. Right. Gets 2 tags, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to take that Warren down. He's gonna try to go in again, and now his Warren's gonna go down. Just harassing with the snakes first. And Delphius is just losing Warrens. I mean, he's replacing them, but those are, you know, 60 food here and there, and those will count. And meanwhile, we have Darius Hart maintaining this map. But as soon as these ferrets are out, those machine guns will have a hard time dealing with it. Alright, Darius Hart trying to get some tags on this pig, but 1 tag is not enough. You need 2 to kill a pig. The engagement's gonna happen. Nice note explosions on it. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce chameleons anymore, apparently. Did a lot of tanking, but it was not enough because Delphi's army took the battle lead here. Alright, one team fight in favor of Darius Hart, and now one team fight in favor of Delphius. Let's see what's going on with the graph here. Yeah. Look at that dip. Wow. Alright, so Delphius decides to expand, and he's gonna begin ferret aggression. Right, so he can probably get another shot. One more shot and he will be dead. But really nice. He got that one machine gun that was in the high ground. The other one's almost dead. Now the snake's gonna be in the way. And the dance is happening. Alright, Delphi's getting some more farms here on his third mill. Nice pick on that entry. He is engaged. Some toads explode. Not going to be enough. Darius to hold. It is apparently he can. Getting rid of the warrants. One pig goes down. Smartly retreats a little bit. Getting his army back. Snake. Oh, both falcons are going to die. Okay. But that was a good engagement in favor of Delphius. Because now he has the battery economy, right? He has the extra mill. While Darius doesn't have anything yet. So we're going to scout, make sure there's nothing is going to happen in this side of the map. So what is Darius' response now? Actually, does Darius know about this mill? He doesn't. Here comes Delphius again, trying to deliver the killing blow. But overall, Darius is doing a good job harassing with his snakes. The problem is that now he has... Oh my god, those snakes are caught completely off guard and the commander was not there. And this is gonna be pretty much game. Wow, what a play, Delphius. Well played. Alright, 1 point on the board for Delphius. Series is tied 1-1. Game number 3. Let's go. Alright, Delphius spawning on the left side of the map, playing as Hopper, and changing the commander one more time. We have Darius Hart playing now as Archimedes. Deck changes, nothing changed for Darius Hart. Delphius changed his tier 3, he's getting the wolf. He did have a very similar deck, but instead of the wolf he had a Kasha. Thing is, in that particular map, or for this particular composition with a lot of turrets, Kasha is kind of difficult to maneuver through, difficult to use, and get a lot of value out of it. So I like the change to wolf. I'm pretty sure it can be utilized much better in this composition. So let's see, early warning for both players? No, just for Delphius. Right. Darius responds to his own warning, but the thing is, is it going to be enough time? I don't think Delphius is going to go for the early harassment. Yeah. He knows what's up. Just getting his 8 farms. And game moves on. Okay, so pretty standard early game. Wonder if we're gonna see a wolf coming up from Delphius. That'd be nice. Wolf games are always fun. Okay, and this is a kind of a smaller, quote-unquote map. I mean, all the maps are the same size, but the thing is, The map is pretty much this, right? It's very short run distance. This part here can pretty much be ignored. There's 2 mills here, but the main part of the game will be played here. And look how close these mills are from each other. Really nice that Darius got the ability to build this machine gun before the territory was taken. So now he has a more forward machine gun here. And he can kind of poke a little bit and try to go back to the safety of his machine gun. So he might lose this world. Alright, so there's 1 skunk already coming out from Darius' heart, and he can do some decent poking with that right now. He has the skunk, he has the turret defending, and that's exactly all he's gonna do. Alright, just gotta be careful with that 1 skunk, and gotta be careful with the mill tanking, which is really powerful as well. You have to micro it very well. The skunk is gonna die, unfortunately. And so is all the squirrel army. He needs to retreat back to his machine gun. Right, get in the mill. And Delphius getting those ferrets. It's time to get that machine gun out of the way. Let's see how this is gonna go. Needs to dance a little bit from those ferret shots. Gotta be careful not to kill those skunks. And now the thing is, what's preventing Darius from attacking properly now? It's just his mill is in the way. Needs to retreat a little bit, go back to his base. Alright, the Ferrets are finally gonna deal with that turret. The turret's out of the way. Darius' heart is gonna try to attack one more time. The skunk and the squirrels are just gonna die to this army from Delphius here. And Delphius is gonna try to poke again. Kills off a Warren. Oh, but the stun gas is not enough to contain Delphius' army. And I like how both players, like, they have the mills only for territory and slash tanking, because they're not putting down any farms. And, well, thank you Delphius for telling me otherwise, because the mill is almost dead. But he knows he has the advantage, right? So he's like, okay, I'm gonna put some farms here. I'm probably not gonna need that mill. Now Delphius is gonna attack desperately, trying to get that skunk, which does go down. And now he's gonna pull back his army. Another squirrel warren goes down to the ferrets. And playing against ferrets sometimes can be very Alright, it's gonna start harassing that mill. Those connections are just massive. And Darius' heart steps out of the game. And this is game number 2 in favor of Delphius. Score bottom. Series is 1-2. More replays. Game number 4. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome to game number 4. We have Delphius playing as Hopper, spawning on the bottom side of the map. And here, on the top side, we have Darius' Heart, again playing as Bellified. We should have might been down game a little bit. Okay, hold on. I will fix it. Windows. I'm sorry guys, the game's gonna be in a fixed position right now. I'm trying to get my microphone fixed, which apparently I can't, so well, never mind. I am gonna try to do something different. Okay, so I think I increased my microphone a little bit? Just let me know if that's too loud or if that's enough or it didn't make a difference at all. But hey, look at that. Nothing happened so far. No early game aggression. We're all good. 8 farms. But hold on. 8 farm mill. That's a little bit different. Okay. But the thing is, you can kind of go 8 farm mill and get away with it because it's kind of hard to punish. But yeah. Especially on long distance rush maps like this. And it's nice how the mills are distributed in this map. So they both have their own share of mills to claim. Like so, Delphius has like 3 mills here, which is more than enough to, you know, win a game. You can argue that Darius has more options here, but then again, a lot can happen in the early game, and games will be decided earlier if so. But oh my god, what is this? Darius Hart with the early Kasha. Is Delphius going to see it? Nope. Delphius doesn't know. I wonder if he suspects, right? So maybe, okay, where's your food? Something shady. But maybe not, because you know, you saw the extra meal, you saw the warrants, so. But then again, I am really bad at counting, so I don't know. Ooh, barely gets it. A little bit more, he would climb up that mill and see the Kasha. Alright, more tier 1s coming down here for Delphius. He has 2 extra farms, which boosts up his economy a little bit. He's going for a next, for another scout. He's gonna see, okay, no farms, no warrants. Where is it? He knows something is up. There you go. Alright, so what is the answer here? Okay, Soda told Warren, and he's gonna get his own Kasha. Ooh. Getting those chameleons, maybe set up a chameleon trap, because the thing is you have no defenses, right? So you have no MGs, nothing that can stop like the Kasha poke. So you gotta deal with that with a little bit of a cam trap. Alright. Players are scouting the map a little bit more. I don't think Darius saw Delphius Kasha. I'm gonna double check on that, but alright, Kasha is out for Darius. Okay, he's gonna poke. He doesn't know about it. And he's gonna go all the way around, trying to find a way to poke Delphius' base right here. He might be able to get a few pigs. Okay, 1 pig goes down, and that's it. 1 squirrel. And he can just keep poking, right? So, just gotta be careful. There comes the cams. So, might be able... Oh, let's see. Ooh. Kasha goes down to half HP, which is enough to say, okay, I'm out of here, I respect your cams. I don't want to lose my own Fox. And Delphius Fox, if you look at the timer up there, it's halfway done. Alright, so 4 cams here in this little choke. Maybe he's gonna put them somewhere else. Let's see what Darius is gonna do now. He's gonna get 4 tier 2s. Okay, double cam, 1 snake, and 1 skunk. And here we go again with some more Kasha aggression. But the thing is now, Delphius has his own Kasha, and this might be a problem. Ooh! The Kasha was not fully recovered from the last aggression. I think she was down like 1 HP. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Kasha is 25 HP and 1 shot deals 24 damage or something like this. So, Kasha versus Kasha, if your Kasha is 1 HP below what it should be, it's dead. And now the momentum here is totally in favor of Delphius. He can just engage here with his cams and his army. Gotta be careful with not losing Kasha, but the thing is, I think just in army number, Delphius is gonna make this work, right? Overwhelming number of squirrels. Second Kasha comes in for Darius. He's gonna be able to hold. He loses 3 farms, loses a good chunk of his army, but he now does have a second Kasha. And this can turn around. Okay, you gotta be careful with the cam traps. He knows that Delphius has cams, so you gotta be careful with the Kasha again. The engagement was, it's kind of hard to tell because graphics are a little bit different, but it was slightly even. The problem is the economy, right? So, economy-wise, Darius Hart is in a worse position, while Delphius is just fully saturated here. Third mill coming out. And the game kind of resets. Okay, it looks like Delphis is trying to go for another attack. Right, making sure that the army is going to be in the front, not to let Kasha take any damage. And he's going to go for the attack. Manages to take a couple of farms down again. But that skunk gas is going to clear everything. And Darius hold again. He does lose a couple of farms here and there, but the thing is, he still was able to hold the attack. And he can kind of counter-attack now. The problem is, we are in the high ground again, so this is really annoying to deal with. Alright, so let's see what Darius sees. Alright, so you have to find a way and do the poking. Clears off all units. 8 tags them and they might not be able to take it down. But he manages to keep his Fox, which is at 1 HP. And I think Delphius knows that he has a little bit of momentum and he maybe can counterattack. He does have the bigger army and this might be the killing blow if Delphius decides to attack. He knows that this is the case. He's going for the kill right here. He's trying to target the Fox. And it's going to be down. And that's our series. Amazing games. Really well played from both sides. I loved seeing all the action. Love the contain with the MGs. Love the ferret poking. All the Kasha fights. Really cool series. So let me do this real quick. So the series finished. Delphius 3, Darius Hart 1. Now the next one is going to be Tiki Gray versus Arilu, right? So I am going to reset everything. It's going to be manually, so it's going to take a while. Boom. Okay, we're going to have Tiki Gray, also known as Suleiman, and Arilu. Arilu, there you go. It is aligned. It's not, but whatever. Alright guys, final series of this stream, not of the tournament. We're gonna have Tiki Gray versus Arilu, and let's jump into game number 1. Alright, we have Tiki Gray here spawning on the left side of the map, and here at the top we have Arilu. Both very high level players. This is going to be a very nice game. Hello, Master Stealth. Always a pleasure to have you here. Okay, so interestingly, Tiki Gray is not running wire. We have a Squirrel, Falcon, Skunk, Kasha, Balloon, and MG. Pretty cool deck. And Arlu running kind of his standard triple tier 2 deck, plus or minus tier 3, right? Sometimes he just runs a wolf, sometimes he runs a 4th tier 2. Let's see how this is gonna go. The rush distance is kind of small, so this might be a shorter game. We'll have to see. Alright, the thing is, Tiki Gray did 8 farm expansion farm. So basically 9 farms, no warrens. There's the first warren. Arieluz is getting some more warrens now. Both players super greedy with their economy. Alright, Solomon just getting a safety MG here, just to make sure nothing stupid is going to happen. And Arlu is going to see that, and it's going to plant more farms. Alright, meanwhile, Arlu with 3 warrens, Tiki Gray getting his second. Lots of farms, lots of greed. Arlu is going to try to do something. Maybe he's going to get the toads to explode on this MG, which goes down. But can he capitalize on that? Apparently not. So, kind of a somewhat even trade. Because he loses 3 toads. Tiki Gray loses an MG. And I think Arlu is going to keep the aggression coming. He has 6 toads now. Which will... Oh, nice micro over there. Doesn't lose all the toads in the MGs. Saves some for the pigs. Gets some nice connections. 2 pigs gonna go down. Maybe 3. 3 pigs are gonna go down. He's just gonna retreat with his army. Really nice micro there from Arlu, getting those toads out of the way from the building MG. Alright, and now we have skunks coming out for Tiki Gray. He does rebuild the MG on a high ground. This is a kind of a nice spot. It's a nice high ground there. Alright, Arlu making sure that his opponent is not being overly greedy with the farms. Let's get some snakes. Maybe build a couple more farms. Alright, so we have the second skunk already coming out, and now we're going for falcons. And here we go. We are going to see some aggression. Alright. Skunk gas is down. Gonna try to get the skunks out of the way. The toad connections are just massive. Managed to save a skunk, which is really nice. Kind of an even trade if you look at the graph. A little bit more in favor of Arlu, but not super concerning. This is your first match with squirrels versus toads after update. Yeah, those first time I tried or fought against these toads, I was like, whoa, what is this? it was enlightening indeed. Alright, now Arlu has the snakes, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some aggression here with those snakes. Trying to force some team fights. More MGs coming for Tiki Gray, but the thing is, Arlu might just go around. Oh, look at all these toads! They managed to get good connections, but the thing is, the stun gas and the MGs are kind of doing a good job on holding this position. He's gonna lose both MGs. But army-wise, Arlu's just gonna come back with the toads and the squirrels. Apparently Arlu lost more units. Well, because he has toads, but still. Alright, here we go. Second skunk's almost coming out. It's gonna be able to do a better harassment with them. But Arlo's going... Nah, he's just making sure that he's actually able to do a better attack. He saw the MG there, decided to go back. And player just doing the dance. And now a balloon coming up from Tiki Gray, which is really nice. If this balloon goes up, it's gonna be very nice. It's gonna give him more vision. It's gonna be better defenses. Fortunate engagement. Those are not getting super good connections this time, but I don't know that this is gonna be enough to hold Arlu's attack, and all the defenses are gonna go down. It does have the Falcons and the Cam. Cam is soaking up the damage. But the game's not over. I mean, he does have the economy. He can rebuild the army. Even though, yeah, it's pretty much over. Could try to fight it, but Arlu is in a way better position. So let's get a score here on the board for Arlu. All right. Game number 2. Okay, we have Tiki Gray playing as Quartermaster, spawning on the bottom side of the map, and here on the top we have Arlu playing as Hopper. Tiki Gray with kind of similar deck, however this time he's using lizards and the same structures, and Arlu, instead of the wolf, he got that 4th tier 2, so he's running 4 tier 2s and squirrel and pigeons. So another very common deck to see out of Arlu. And look at this rush distance, right? The bases are just so far apart from each other. It's a lot to travel. And in terms of the map, well, Tiki Gray has all of this from himself. And Arlu, not too bad. He has less stuff, but he's more contained, right? He's kind of stuck in this corner of the map. Everything here is kind of the high ground, except for this kind of passage here. But then again, I think we're going to see a high economy game this time, right? So lots of mills, big rush distance, so that calls for greed and lots of expansion. So let's see how this is going to play out. Right, Arlu has the opportunity to sorry, not Arlu, Tiki Gray, to like use the structures to try to contain his opponent. He's gonna go for some early aggression here, but I don't think nothing's gonna happen. He does see the warrens, he does see the squirrels, and decides to go home. But that's the thing, man. Sometimes your opponent will just, you know, sell the warrens and just go for more greed. So if that happens, hey, you get some free pigs. Alright, here we go again with some more lizard harassment. Alright. Maybe he's gonna get his second meal soon, apparently. There we go. Arlu not putting down any farms yet. He's getting more units. Okay, so double tier 2. No farms in the mill yet. And what is the situation here? A little bit different, so more tier 1 heavy. Okay, so we're gonna have more lizard ball this time. Which is really interesting because in the first game, Arlu used a lot of toads very effectively. And Tiki Gray said, you know what? I don't care about your toads, I'm just gonna lizard ball you regardless. Alright, so Arlu kind of smells this flank attack here apparently. Yeah, he will be ready for it. He's gonna try to harass with the skunks first. So, one skunk's gonna go down. Arlu loses both of his cams, but in terms of tier 1s, I think Tiki Gray lost a little bit more. Yeah, so that 5 was not really in favor of Tiki Gray. But then again, man, I think this game will offer us a little bit more. So I thought Arlu was gonna go for it. I saw his army moving forward, and ooh, Tiki Gray tried to rush with the lizards, and some of them got caught out in the open, losing a few of them. I don't think this gun's gonna do a lot. Oh, maybe actually. Alright, poor tag which is going to go down. Skunkgas doing a decent job of fending off those squirrels. But the thing is, like this, Scoopins are just doing a very good job keeping that snake alive. Snake is just tagging everything that he can. And Tiki Gray is going to lose pretty much all his tier 2s, which is very unfortunate. And Arlu is going to go back to his base, get more farms, get more stuff. So income-wise, Arlu is taking the lead. And I think he does have the bigger army at this point as well. Yeah, so a lot of people have been complaining that my microphone is a little bit low. So after this game, I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds and I'm gonna try to figure this out. So yes, I didn't have the time to test this stream, but that's okay. Alright, Tiki Gray getting some MGs, trying to hold his ground. Arlu saturating his farm here, getting his 3rd mill. I'm still not used to calling Tiki Gray because in my head he's still Solomon. But yeah. More MGs, getting a little bit forward. Arlu's gonna see those building MGs and he's gonna try to capitalize on that. He's bringing his army to try to deal with it. That was a very nice time attack. Tiki Gray trying to flank with the lizard. That was a really nice flank. However, Arlu's army is a little bit bigger, and I think he's gonna be able to break through. And this might be a lot of damage coming from Arlu. And Tiki Gray is going to tap out. This is game number 2 in favor of Arlu. Let's get another point on the scoreboard. And we're going to have a little bit of a break. I'm going to try to fix this microphone and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright guys, I think I fixed it. Let me know if that's too loud now. I can certainly try to fix it again. So if I'm still too quiet, let me know, because we are going to hop into game 3 right now. Mic is much better, thank you, nice. Alright guys, this is game number 3, Tiki Gray versus Arlu. Spawning on the bottom side of the map we have Tiki Gray, and here at the top we have Arlu. Again, playing as Hopper, running a very similar deck, just switching out the pigeons for lizard. So your good old Squizzard comp, which I really like myself. Tiki Gray running the same deck as previously. So let's see how this is gonna go. Map-wise, kind of fair for both players, right? So they both have access to 3 easy mills each. So let's see how this is gonna pan out. Alright, so standard 8 farm opening coming out of both players. Okay, everybody just scouting the map. Alright, so tier 1s for everybody. Are we gonna see an early expansion this time? Certainly. With all these greedy players. Oh, Tiki Gray, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. For 1 second I thought you were gonna do something different. Alright, and the thing is, Arlu sold his mill and he got a bunch of tier 1s. And Tiki Gray is gonna see that and get more units. Alright, so we do have some lizards in here. They're just chilling. Okay, now this is an expansion for real. But here we go. Arluz is gonna go for the early attack. Oh, he hit the lizards. I didn't realize that. Alright, Tiki Gray has to be careful with his engagement because Arlu has the bigger numbers, but he does have the snakes to poke at a distance. Alright, Arlu's gonna go back. Players are just gonna start getting farms on their mills. Okay, and then double tier 2 coming here from Arlu. We're gonna have a couple of camps and a couple of snakes at this time, and Tiki Gray is just gonna try to do some damage here with those lizards. He's gonna be able to catch Arlu off guard. Probably not, because Arlu is at home. He's gonna try to poke with the snakes. Gets a few tags. And looks like the fight is gonna go in favor of Tiki Gray. Nice micro on the lizards, getting that chameleon out of the way. He's gonna get the 2 tier 2 warns down. He's gonna go back. Nice victory here from Tiki Gray. Look at that. Look at the army value. Well played. Cool. And he does now have the battery economy. But Arlu is gonna try to counterattack with those lizards. But it's gonna be enough because Tiki Gray has the numbers. And this is basically another fight in favor of Tiki Gray, and that's gonna be game. Alright. Tiki Gray getting a score. On the board. Apparently I cannot computer. There you go. Just need to alternate the camera from commander. Okay, from time to time. Okay, I will do that more often. All right, guys. Tiki Gray versus Arlu. Game number 4. Let's go. Alright, reversing the positions. On the top side of the map we have Tiki Gray, and here at the bottom we have Arlu. Yeah, if only we could combine both these casters, huh? Huh? Wink wink. Alright, look at this map. Arlu has everything. Okay, all the mills in the world. Tiki Gray has a decent number, so that's fair. combine both get horns. I don't know what you're talking about. And that's another map with a big rush distance, so we might anticipate some crazy econ game, but I don't know. Oh, Tiki Gray getting a 7 farm double. That's interesting. Maybe he's gonna go for these early game harassment with the lizards, which is pretty effective, right? So let's see here. Arlu scouts both warrens, scouts the lizard going down, and he immediately burrows back home. But he does have the units to hold this, right? So one lizard's not gonna be able to do anything. Alright. Just keeping the players on their toes. Here come the lizards. I really like this kind of play. You know, you bring your units, and then you let them here, you leave them here, and then you go peek and say, hey, I have an opening. You just quickly pounce and go back. But if you don't have an opening, just, you know, at least you tried. You can always try to find an opening to get a little bit of harassment, maybe get a little bit ahead. Okay, both players expanding. Arlu already has 1 farm building. And then you have the double, the classic double tier 2 coming out from Arlu. Alright, I like this chameleon here. Just trying to prevent some dumb lizard harassment, which I think is not going to happen anymore. Okay, so we see double tier 2 coming out from Tiki Gray as well. And we're gonna see some runarounds here, but is there an opening? Yeah, there's like a 1 tile opening right here that you can go. Ooh, he's gonna get all these farms. 1, 2 farms, 2 farms, 3 farms, and he needs to get out. Alright, so he does lose a lot of lizards, but I mean, 3 farms for how many lizards? 9. So that's decent. You can argue that the lizards are just, you know, food that you can just rebuild, versus the farms which lost time farming. Okay, so that's a little bit of a, you know, question which side took the better lead. So the thing is, Arlos is gonna go for an attack here after those lizards. Alright, Chameleon's in the front. They're gonna do some tanking. Here we go. Trying to run around with the lizards. But Arlo just like stutter stepping everything. Really nice. But I think Tiki Gray is gonna be able to hold this just fine. Yep. He does hold. He doesn't lose any farms. Right? And look at the army value from Arlo. He's just losing everything. Right? Tiki Gray did a really nice job holding this attack. And he's gonna go again for another attack. Decides not to. Alright, so army-wise, Arlo didn't put a lot of stuff more. He does have these skunk warrens coming out. And Tiki Gray's trying to find an opening, getting his tier 2s in front. And here come the lizards again. Both camps are going to go down. Alright. Kinda even fight. Yeah, very even fight. The thing is, Arlo didn't lose a single farm, which is nice, so he was able to hold pretty well. But the thing is now, Arlo is fully saturating his mill. Tiki Gray is a little bit behind on economy, not a big deal. Yeah, that is very true. Arlo, his transition from tier 1 to tier 2 is very spot on. Like, you blink an eye and then suddenly, boom, a bunch of tier 2s and your army's gone, right? Here we go again. Another fight. But now we have the Falcons. Really nice flank with the lizards. Getting their tier 2s from the left. Getting the lizards on the right. 2 farms are going to go down. And Tiki Grey is just gonna push back. Arlo desperately trying to get some of these returning units, but not gonna happen. He does lose a couple of farms. Pigeon healing that poor pig. There you go. Fully healed. And Tiki Grey is not stopping. We're gonna have another attack, and Arilu is not home. He's in the middle of the water. Alright. Tiki Grey was able to get Arilu out of his base, and he's going to take his fight apparently. Doesn't take a pig, but he does take a good fight. Look at the graph. Army value from Arilu just almost reaching the bottom. And Tiki Grey able to return with a few units. Right, Arilu going for another scout. Tiki Grey just running around with the lizards. Alright, now Arilu needs to take a better fight here. Little by little, Tiki Grey is just taking engagement after engagement, just slowly taking small victories. And in the end, it might pay off. So, here we go one more time. Now, this time with 4 Falcons, right? Same army comp, though we have more Falcons here. Alright, really nice job microing that skunk in the front. Look at the lizards directly into the pigs, while the tier 2 army is just here in the back dealing with the other stuff. But the thing is, the lizards didn't take the pigs, but they did do a good job just dealing a little bit of damage. And the army comp from Tiki Grey is a little bit superior right now in numbers. Those 4 Falcons did do a difference. And then again, this might be a lot of damage now. 4 pigs went down. His whole army went down as well. And Tiki Grey is able to just reinforce pretty quickly. That chameleon is just going to go down immediately. And this is game number 4. We have the series tied. It's 2-2. Alright, another point on the board here for Arilu, for Tiki Grey. So we have a tie, and this is gonna be the deciding match. Why did I rewatch this replay? Okay. Alright, this is the final game of the series and the final game of the night for me. And let's get into it. Alright, people! We have Tiki Grey on the top side of the map, playing as a quartermaster, and here at the bottom we have Arilu, playing as Upper. And welcome to an annoying map, I guess. Lots of water, lots of, what do you call this? Bridges, docks, I don't know. I call it annoying. Yes indeed, match point. Whoever takes this takes the series. Alright, so both players are going to go to 8 farms. We're going to have a pretty standard opening here. Also, Mocha, you wanted to burrow in the water? Are you a water animal now? What was happening? Okay, so we don't see any changes in decks from any players. Alright, Arlo is just running his quadruple tier 2 deck, and then Squirrel Pigeon, Tiki Gray with both his defenses, triple tier 3 and Lizards. Now the question is someone going to take this mill? This mill is kind of in a very interesting position when you talk about map territory. Because it's pretty easy to go here, you know, and just expand. But what about this? Is it going to be relevant to this match? We will see. Alright, Arlo getting a better scout. He scouts the double tier 2s. I'm gonna go back to his home. What is he gonna do now? Getting some pigeons. Nope. Triple tier 2. Nope. Pigeons again. Just making sure that the units are not supply blocked. Okay, we have finally seen the first expansion coming out from Arlo here on the bottom side of the map. We are reaching the 3-minute mark. Tiki Gray has not expanded yet. He's getting his third tier 2 Warren. Okay, so he has one of each. Falcon, Snake, Skunk. Bunch of Lizards. Players are just regularly scouting. He's gonna see his next base. Maybe he will get one from himself now. He sees the third tier 2, expands, and then you go from there. So here's the thing, right? So the rush distance in this map is also kind of big. So you could argue that we can be a little bit greedy, and my Discord is making noises. Let me stop this. There you go. Alright, we might see some harassment here with snakes. Alright, so position the snakes, go back to your stuff. From one side you harass with the lizards, from the other side you harass with the snakes. This might be a very powerful attack here, because the snakes will target the mill. Right, so the lizards are here. Rally the snakes, rally the lizards at the same time. But little do you know that the lizards are just a distraction, because this mill is going down. And boom. The snake is not gonna survive this, and Arilu sees an opening, and he's going to counterattack. And he does have a decent army to do this. Let's see how this fight is gonna pan out. It looks like the lizard just dominating everything. Alright, Arilu selling that mill. And now the window is in favor of Tiki Gray, which is going for the counterattack. He's gonna get this skunk out in the open. It goes down. Ooh, this might just be game here. This is going to be too much damage for Arilu. And Tiki Gray is going to take the series. Really well played. Yeah, that team fight was really good. The lizards and the skunk gas, they just dominated everything. It was really nice to see. Look at that army value graph, right? So Arilu just lost a bunch of stuff in that engagement. Alright guys, cool games. Loved both series, Delphius and Darius Hart. Really cool games. Tiki Gray and Arilu taking it to a best of, not best of 5, but 5 games. 2 and you're done? Yes, I'm done. You know, people need to have dinner and other stuff. You know how that works. But yeah, I'm looking forward to casting more games eventually. I'm gonna pick more replays, and whenever I do, I will make sure to let everybody know. Casters needs to eat, that is true. They also need to drink. Maybe I'll cast and drink at the same time. That'll be a fun idea. But alright guys, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate everybody coming and commenting. And I will see everybody the next time. Take care.